Guys, welcome to part 4 of solving the Rubik's Cube for absolute beginners. So let's just have a quick recap where we were. So we created the daisy, then we created the white cross, and then we dropped in these white corners. So you should have that first layer fixed now with all these centres in the right place. What we're going to do now is describe a little bit about notation, because we're going to move on to some algorithms now. So they're quite simple. I think in some ways it's going to become a little bit more simpler now, because it's just following a sequence of moves. The difficult part is you just have to remember them. But after you've been cubing for a while, and you've got these algorithms down, memorized in your mind, actually your muscle memory takes over, and then I find that I actually forget the actual sequence, and then I just know from turning the cube, and so like now I have to remind myself and just remind myself. So before we do any algorithms, what we need to do is just talk a little bit about notation, which means turning the cube, left, right, front, back, up, down, etc., etc. So if we say, what should we say, that the white is the top, or in this example it's up. So in cubing, this is upside. So if this is upside, then obviously this is down. Okay, not bottom or anything. This is up and then down. Okay, and then obviously this is going to be the front, and then you've got your left side and then your right side. Okay, so that's how it works. Now on a algorithm it'll say U or well, start from the beginning. So F or B, so front or back, L or R, left or right, U or D, up or down. So if it says just F, then it means that you turn the front face once, like that, clockwise. So if it just says F on its own, then it's always clockwise, and it's always just that quarter turn. Okay. Front, back. So back is the back side, and so it's clockwise. Okay, so when you're looking at the back, is clockwise. Okay, just quarter of a turn, and if it just says B, then it's back, just quarter of a turn. Left is left hand side, so quarter of a turn, and then obviously you're getting it now. The right hand side, quarter of a turn. Up, so that would be clockwise, quarter of a turn. And then down, same thing, clockwise, quarter of a turn, right? If there's a little I after, so if you look in the description afterwards, I'll put the algs for this particular, what we're going to be doing today. If there's a little I notation after the F or the B or the L or the R or the U or the D, then it means prime. So in cubing, when you just say front, then you just turn the front quarter of a face like that. But if it's prime, then it's anti-clockwise. So just a normal F on its own means clockwise, and then prime means anti-clockwise, and that's denoted by the little I after the letter. So that's pretty much notation-wise. You don't really need to get too into it. Try and keep it as simple as possible. So what we are going to do is, we've solved that white layer on the bottom. So all of these bottom edges here, they're all solved, right? And they all match up with the center. Okay. So the objective today is to solve these pieces here. So we've got this second layer fixed. Okay. Now the way that we're going to do that is quite simple. Is you always hold the cube so that the white face is down. Okay. this way, and we're going to be looking at these pieces here, 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 and here. Just these edge pieces. Okay, you can forget these corners for a minute, don't worry about those. Now on the top, the centerpiece, as I said before, it doesn't move, does it? So that's yellow. So the first thing is, if there's any of these edge pieces like this that have got a yellow side to them, we're going to ignore. Okay, because yellow will always eventually stay on here. So we don't want to move these. Okay, but if it's like this one, which is green and red, then we can use that. Blue and orange, we can use that, and then that's it. So this is a yellow one. Oh, hang on, which one was that one? Orange and green. Yeah, I think I didn't mention that, did I? So we can use that one. So anything that's got yellow on, can't use it. Okay. Now essentially, this algorithm is going to force just this edge piece. Well, that's a bad example. This one, just this edge piece into the position it needs to go in. So in this example, it's red and green. Okay, so it needs to go to the green and, well, that's orange, so it doesn't need to go there. It needs to go this side, doesn't it? Green and red. So that one there needs to go here, right? But this is not matched up with this. So that's what we need to do. So just get the cube in the right position, which will be move it to the red. So just turning that, that's where it was. Just turning that. So it's above the right center. And then that green and red edge piece is going to drop down between the green and red. So effectively that's going to do that, and that's where it needs to go. But obviously there's no way that we can just get that down there without doing a algorithm. So that's the algorithm is a sequence of moves that you complete, and then all it allows it to do is move all the cube around, but effectively it puts that piece down to there, and then it doesn't mess up any of this here. Okay, so if we're doing this one, put that one down into there, it is so it's up. So let's go, I'll just say it first. So it's up, right, up prime, which is, remember, anti-clockwise, right prime, up prime, front prime, and then up, and then front. Okay, so I'll write that in the description. But effectively, we're going to be moving this piece down to here. Okay, so up is clockwise, so you go up, and then you go right. So I'll just do that right there. Do you see that? I just did that there. So that's right. So you can imagine I've got this cube facing you. Now let me just start that again, because that might be a bit confusing. Right, let's start that again. So there's that green, red, and that's going to be coming, oh, where are we? Green and red. Sorry, that's going to be coming down to there, isn't it? So imagine this is facing you. That's what you need to do. I've got it facing the camera, but you need to have this facing you. Okay, so if I was doing this alg, then I'd have this cube, I'd be holding it like that, so the face that I want is facing me. Okay, but at the moment I've got it facing you. So you want that face towards you. Okay. So up, normal, clockwise, because there's no prime on it, and then right. So that's turn it right like that. Remember, it's facing you. And then up prime. So you do up prime. Then right prime, which basically takes that back where it was. And then up prime. And then front prime. Then up normal. And then front normal. Okay, so if we have a quick look, we've got our white face still, and this piece has dropped in, you see. So that's the first part of the second layer that we've completed. Don't worry about this top layer, this gets done last. So you start with the bottom layer, then you complete the second layer, and then you do the last layer. Okay, so effectively what we're doing is we're filling in these positions that haven't been done here. Okay, so let's find another one to do. If I got the blue and I haven't got the blue and red. No, so this is quite a good example. This yellow piece here is yellow and green, okay, but this really needs to be on the top, and the only way to get it out is to force another piece down there, but we haven't got the actual piece that goes in there. Is here, the blue and red. It's stuck over here, and really that needs to be over there, so we can't do that at the moment. What we can do is this one. This is orange on the top, blue on the front. It's in the right position, so if it was here, then we can just move it, okay. And then this one effectively has to go here, right? This is where it needs to go, like that. But this one is slightly different, that you're now putting it this side as opposed to the other side, because last time we moved it like that, didn't we? And then this time we're moving it like that. Okay, so this one, the algorithm is slightly different, but whereas that first one was upright prime, up front prime, up front, this one is basically the opposite, which is up left prime, up left, up front prime. So you can kind of see the difference, and I'll put the alg in the description. So to get this one then to jump down into here, we're now going to do up prime, okay, left now prime, so that's anti-clockwise, up normal, left normal, up normal. Remember, this is facing you like this, right? And then front normal, and then up prime, and then front prime. Okay, so hopefully all good. And then we've put that piece into there. So we should have two pieces correct now, which is that one there and that one there. So now we need to what we've got here. Oh, that's good. So we've got this blue and red one on here. So let's move that round to there. So all I've done is I've just twisted that round. Keep going with it until that blue sits on that centre, and that's got the red top on it, which means it needs to go to the red side. Okay, so effectively that's where that's going to go there. So that's back to the first algorithm. So that was up. Remember, this is facing you, right? So hold it like that. So up, and then right, then up prime, and then right prime, and then up prime, and then front prime, and then up, and then front. Okay, so should be okay. So you've put in, now you've put in 3 of them, and the only one missing is this one. Needs to be filled here. So if we have a look for the, effectively it's the green and orange edge piece we want, which is there. So we're going to match this green with the green centre. So let's put that over there. Okay, so, and that needs to go there. Okay, and again that's the same algorithm as we just did. So it's up and then right and then up prime and then right prime and then up prime and then front prime and then up normal and then front normal. Okay, so there you go, there's your second layer done. So hopefully you'll be able to complete that. So I'll put the descriptions in the box. Actually, if I show you this, it might make it a bit easier. So I was just fiddling around there. So that's like front prime. The only other thing to mention was if there's a 2 after it, which there isn't at the moment, but there will be later, it means you just turn it twice. So instead of a quarter turn, you turn it half a turn. And then obviously left, right, up, down. And if there's a little I after it like this, or like this, then it's prime, which means you turn it anti-clockwise. So they were the 2 valves, and yeah, that's if you've got the cube facing you. If you want it to go around that way, or you want it to go around that way, then that's the algorithms you use. So it's up, right, prime, both of them, up, prime, right, prime. Then up, front, both prime, so up, prime, front, prime, and then up and front. Then you can see that if you sort of look between the 2, both up, and then right and left, both up, right and left, and so on and so on. So you can see they're basically mirror images of each other. So it's quite simple really, once you've done it a few times. So have a go with that, guys. Let me know how you get on in the comments section. Please like and subscribe the video, and yeah, we'll get back for part 5.